Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're here to do a message for the collective. I've already pulled a couple of cards to get into the energy. And what I'm seeing here is someone who this is someone who is used to dealing with crises. We have the Emperor here looking at the oyster. So this Emperor person is used to stress. In fact, they have become so used to stress of managing their life and whatever else they have going on that they haven't realized that they actually are driven in many ways by the negative emotions associated with stress, like fear, like, anger, needing to have an enemy in order to drive oneself forward. This is survival mode, I feel that somebody has been stuck in. And it could be that this is you or this is somebody else that you know. But what I'm seeing here is a very capable leader who has many abilities. The problem that I'm feeling that they're having is that it's hard for them to access their gifts when they're not in a state of crisis. Because crisis is what this person has known. Having an enemy is something this person has known. This could be something like, a soldier coming back from a war who's having trouble sort of integrating and acclimating to, civilian life, okay? Either in this life or in another life, perhaps. There's a carryover. So this Emperor is like, well, what do I have to offer if I'm not being driven to take action by a crisis, or if I don't have an enemy who's threatening my castle wall? What am I without that? Okay, so that's the kind of person that we're looking at here. This Emperor does have many gifts, many inner treasures, and with focus and determination that the Emperor brings, they can bring anything into fruition that they put their mind to. Okay, so this Emperor, it's like if this is you or whoever this is, it's like you're not seeing your real potential because you're now having to learn how to access that inner oomph, that inner drive without the threat. Well, maybe without any threat for once in your life. We can actually become addicted to the stress hormones associated with fight or flight responses. So, there's something of a gift, an inner treasure that this person has, that they are trying to learn how to access. So, what I want to look at here is, let's meet this Emperor where they are. And let's say you are used to having an enemy, you're used to having a crisis. Well, what can we say here is our enemy? What here can we say is our crisis that we are rallying against? Well, we learn to tap into the energy of creation and not just escaping destruction. Okay, and then we're also going to look at what the Emperor has to share, okay? Spirit, angels, What is the crisis that faces this emperor? What is the crisis? The King of Cups. The crisis is of an emotional nature, perhaps emotional maturity. Okay. And what is the enemy of the emperor? The Five of Swords. That looks like a pretty good enemy. All right, so the enemy, if this is talking about our own emotions here, being the King of Cups is the crisis. This is an emotional crisis of keeping the heart open. The enemy of that energy would be to close one's heart. The enemy of that energy would be to only think of ourselves in a zero-sum game versus like a collaborative approach where we are working with others. So the enemy is the survival mode of, I just got to get mine, here with the Five of Swords. Whether this is coming externally or this is more of an internal force. This is what is at the root of this, is this feeling of, I need to survive. And so I can't think of others. Okay. So I can't keep my heart open. What is the emperor needing to share here, Spirit? What does the emperor have to share? I'm talking to somebody of an ancient warrior lineage, okay? I just feel that. What do you have to share? The Queen of Wands. Your inner fire, your inner passion, your magic, your beauty. Wow, this is beautiful. And I have the Queen of Cups on the back of the deck with the Six of Wands. Okay, so I'm looking at somebody here who has a very big heart. A beautiful heart. You're probably quite physically attractive as well. But, that is, of course, subjective in many ways. We all have different tastes, of course. But there is something magical and deep and magnetic that you have to share of yourself. I feel this is an energy within you, so it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. There's a magic that you have to share with the world, and this requires your heart to stay open and for you to think about others, because you are safe enough now to think about others, in addition to yourself, of course. This is not self-sacrifice for just needing to be self-sacrificial. This is like we can both grow and we can both learn here. We can both experience all the beautiful things in life. I'm hearing that for some of you, a competitive sport might be a good way for you to get out some of this energy that is a carryover from your warrior days. Let's clarify. Let's get in a little bit deeper and see if we can tap in more to these messages. Show me the King of Cups for the crisis. Show me the King of Cups for the crisis. The the Ten of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups. Well, that makes 10 cups. So we have 10 wands and we have 10 cups. So I'm talking to somebody here who may be not used to having their heart open in such a way. And the crisis is that it feels quite heavy. It feels unfamiliar. But the thing about this crisis that I feel is driving you to keep moving forward is because there's something quite beautiful about it in the middle. On one hand, you have the burden. On the other hand, you have the feeling of kind of like burnout and apathy that can come from like integrating this new way of being. But there's something very sweet and gentle at the heart of it that keeps you going. And so your crisis here is to keep your heart open in spite of all of the burdens that you feel you're faced with. Perhaps the burden itself of having one's heart open and just feeling like this feels a little bit strange, but I'm going to keep doing it. Tell me about the Six of Cups here. The Lovers. I was feeling that there could have been a relationship here at play, right? Because what this is feeling like is a situation where it feels like the stakes are kind of high. But it's like, this is a kind of relationship where you have to keep your heart open. You can't be, slipping into fear and running away. There is a sense of having to bear something up on your shoulders when it comes to this because it's so important. And it does have to do with a very deep soul connection, okay? With the Six of Cups and the Lovers. I'm getting a slow energy here, right? 10 of Wands is hard to carry, so things must go slow. The Four of Cups takes time out to sort of digest and assimilate what it's feeling so that we're not overly activating our nervous system responses. We need time to integrate and to recalibrate ourselves because this is a new way of being. Okay, so tell me about the enemy here as the Five of Swords. Remember that this could be an energy that is coming from within yourself. Seven of Pentacles. Cards are sticking together a little bit. Tell me about the Five of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. The Five of Swords once again with the High Priestess. All right, so this is attached to the root chakra. I feel like our survival instinct to Well, It's like the fear that whatever we're planting is going to be dug up by somebody else or be destroyed. It's like this hyper vigilant energy when it comes to what we create that makes us maybe fearful of sharing that. Maybe we intuitively feel that there is also somebody around us who does not have our best interests at heart, and we know this intuitively. Maybe there is somebody who would like to dig up the seeds that we've planted. Is there such a person in our collective's life or energy? Three of Pentacles. There could be somebody who you have collaborated with in the past, or who wants to collaborate with you. Somebody who wants to I don't know, it's kind of like a frenemy energy here. Somebody who might like to sort of destroy what it is that you've invested. Who's this person? If you can give us any details, Spirit. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm getting here is there's somebody that maybe you've worked with in the past who would like to destroy what it is that you're working on. I don't know if this High Priestess has anything to do with that. Maybe you work in a spiritual field and there's somebody out there who is set on destroying what it is that you're working on. Okay, so there is an enemy here. It still exists even if you're not so aware of it, even if you have like taken this person out of your consciousness, they're still kind of looking at you sideways. So this could be somebody that you have worked with. Now, what does Spirit have to say about that person? The Six of Wands, the World, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody who's going to keep trying. Okay, they might have a very public sort of presence. They're going to keep trying. So if you have been somebody who thrives off of having an enemy, no fear. Not to fear, you do have somebody here who would like to see your downfall. But you also have somebody here who has your back. Okay. All right. Tell me about what the collective has to share here with the Queen of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, you've got a lot of fire. You have a lot of passion. The Ace of Pentacles. A lot of potentialities, a lot of new beginnings happening for you. The Page of Wands, ideas that make you really excited. I have Strength on the back of the deck with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so this is something that has a lot of long-term potential. This is something that could bring you and generate income, new opportunities, something you feel passionate and excited to pursue. Okay, of course, that's going to be different for each one of you. But let's see here. Can I get a few clues as to the path that is laid out before the collective? A few clues as to the path ahead for the collective. From the Starseeker Oracle. The path ahead for the collective. Show me kind of an outcome. alone, clearing. You could be detoxing. You could be doing some sort of cleanse. Movement. I see you getting in good shape or like taking care of your physical body. I'm getting like a preparatory energy. You're like getting ready. I'm hearing the Eye of the Tiger, okay, from Rocky. I might have to go listen to that now after I finish this. The Warrior. Listen, what did I just say? Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Yes, the Warrior energy. You might have some strong Aries in your chart as well, but I'm seeing somebody who's preparing for battle, somebody who is remembering that just because you don't see the enemy doesn't mean that they're not around the corner. Whatever sort of vision that you are learning to hold to keep you thriving in an energy of creation. Okay. Even if you don't feel the energy of crisis, knowing that, that doesn't mean you're never going to face one again and you'll know what to do, but also to be prepared. To be prepared and to remember to keep your heart open. Okay, so that is what I have for you. I do hope this helped. Let me know if it resonated, and I'll see you again soon.